It is time for me to play one of the greatest Final Fantasy sequels of all. You know what? I don't actually know why I'm here making this video. I am doing a video on Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings. And I don't know where I'm going to go with this. We're just going to roll with it, and I hope you enjoy it. So with that all being said, what is up, guys? Jen here. Hope you're all doing well. I don't even know what I'm saying because I'm talking about this game and I'm just like, where do I go? But welcome back to the channel. What is up, guys? Jen here. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. As always, I think I'm going to have you covered with timestamps down below. So if you want to skip to a certain section, feel free to do so. All I ask is you to support the channel, hit the like button, and if you like the content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We're talking about Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings. I recently did a video, you'll find it up over there, of Final Fantasy 12 for my Platinum series, and it piques my interest that maybe I should play the sequel and get a bit of an experience, because I never played it. I didn't know what kind of game it was. I just heard that people have avoided it, and there's not much content out there on it. There's a few Let's Plays and a few videos on it, but there's not really anyone that's committed, and I don't even know if I'm committed to this right now. Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings. I'm going to try and keep the layout of how I do all my videos and go through story, gameplay, etc, etc. So I'm going to read the synopsis of Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings. 1 year after the events of Final Fantasy 12, the young protagonist Van travels the skies of Ivalice with his trusted navigator Penelo at his side. Their treasure hunting adventures take them to the sky continent of Lemurus, where they meet I don't know what that says, but we'll just roll with Lloyd, a member of the Ahhhh race. These mysterious winged people have been living on the floating continent for centuries, but a disturbance has allowed treasure-seeking sky pirates to breach their once-hidden territory. It falls to Van and his band of young sky pirates to stand up against the trespassers and defend this extraordinary world and its people. So yeah, this is a sequel. This takes place after Final Fantasy 12. And to be fair, the intro and its cutscenes, because it does a good job. This was on the DS, mind you, right? It had some decent CGI cutscenes. Van looks very different, Penelo looks very different, everyone looks very different. But when it dove into the game, and this is before I knew what kind of game it was, I was like, you know what? This is not a bad setup for what's about to happen. I'm interested. Let's be a sky pirate and let's see where this goes. But then I was introduced to the tutorial battle, and I was like, wow. This is looking like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. That's what it reminded me at first. I was like, oh, am I playing a tactical game here? No. Well, yes, I am playing a tactical game, but it's a lot more strategic, where you select your units and tell them to go off and let them do attacks. So I had to swallow that pill first and kind of get over that, but it introduced the mechanics quite slowly. Penelo's your healer, and then you got introduced to espers, which have evolved into random little critters now that assist certain people. And then I got some of the guys from Final Fantasy 12 and girls from Final Fantasy 12, like kites, in the party, and I got introduced to almost like a rock, paper, scissors system. So you've got like melee, flying, and ranged, and they all work against each other. So introduced all that really well, and I thought, you know what, this might go smoothly. It might not be as bad as I thought it was going to be. And then we had to raid and find this derelict airship, which, spoilers, we get to fly. We actually do get to fly, and I'll talk about that in a second. But we had to go through it, and then we had to defeat the Banger crew, right, from Final Fantasy 12. I'm pretty sure we annihilated them in Final Fantasy 12, but they make an appearance here. It was one of the hunts. I can't remember the guy's name, but I guess that's kind of falls in line with this game, right? It's not been very memorable for me. Spoilers. But we fight this fight, and this is where we get access to the espers that accompany us. And I just got game over after game over after game over and after game over. And I was like, I can't make a video on this because I've gotten nowhere. Like, I can't even get past the first like major battle when it comes to the gameplay mechanics. What on earth am I gonna do here? So I like read guides, and a lot of people were like saying you got to send your units and keep your main characters in the distance so they don't take any damage. And I did that, and I got a game over, and then I got another game over. And then I was thinking, I really don't know what to do here. What was happening, I guess, when I was doing this is that my characters were leveling up, so my chances were slowly increasing over time. But then we beat that battle and we got the airship, and then the game piqued my interest because we had this nice overworld exploration and we could fly the airship, we could see all these floating islands, and we get to go to certain locations, do a mission, move on to the next one, get a bit of gear. We're introduced to a new mechanic. We can now mine some crystals, we can pick up some health berries, we can open a chest, we can do a lot more things. We got new characters, we got good old Lloyd on the team now, right? But I just can't get on with this system. It's so hard to manage your units and keep an eye on everything, and if you've not selected everyone and someone's behind, that could be a vital error. That one person could help you to a victory, and it was very back and forth. So the battle system, I'm talking about battle first as well. I usually talk about exploration, but there's not much there. We'll talk briefly about it. But the main hook of the game wasn't great. I've stuck to it as long as I can, and I thought, you know what, this is a good cut-off point to make a video about it. If there's anyone out there, Revenant Wing lovers, I'm calling out to you. If you think I should carry on, let me know, and I'll carry on. If there's enough people out there that want me to carry on, I'll try and complete the game and do like a full review, but this is just like a visiting of Revenant Wings Final Fantasy 12, just to see what it's like and just to say, you know what, I played that game and it wasn't that great. I'm very interested to know people's thoughts and opinions, but I did like the airship and the fact that I could go across the continents and there was like an overworld map, and I did like the music as well. We had like the return of some themes, even though it was in like the DS sound font, so it wasn't great. But it kind of gave me that Final Fantasy Tactics Advance vibe, and that's a game that I played when I was a kid on my Game Boy Advance SP all the time. So I was having like nostalgia playing this, like I've got to carry on, there's going to be more things. And then there's more things that I'm missing out on as we continue through the game, because not only do I get to customize my units and we get to have more well-known monsters along the way that are from Final Fantasy, but there's something called the Ring of Packs, and I feel like this is a good gameplay system to dive into, maybe, or maybe not. There's a few things here like customizing. There's Gambits return as well, though they're a very light version of what they were in 12. If you want Penelo to heal, just keep her healing. She'll heal you when needed. Sometimes, most of the time, none of the time. It's really unpredictable. But there's, I don't know. I'm here, aren't I? I'm making the video. I've played the game. I've put in a few hours, and I know that sometimes that doesn't validate an opinion. But I'm not saying like this is definitively sucks. Like I could just be bad at the game and having that opinion, right? That could be a thing. But that's why I'm throwing the floor over to you guys. I want to know your opinions on Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings. I thank you for being here for this video. A bit of a random one. No idea how long I've been going for. Wow, 9 minutes. That's crazy. But if I edit out all the fluff, I'm sure it's a lot shorter. But thank you for sticking with me. Again, leave your comments on Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings in the comment section down below. Hit the like button if you like the content. And if you want to stick around for more Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings content, then please hit that subscribe button. But until next time, I will catch you on the flip side.